You want a sweet little country song? We don't do quiet. We don't test, it should only known. We don't do quiet. We don't do quiet. We don't do small boots. Hit hard, make the whole bar fall. Little bit sweet, little bit reckless. You can't hang, you can't handle Texas. Yeah.
Hey, this is Tracy Two-Step. How are you doing tonight with
Kristen Rochelle?
How is it going out there tonight? We are Booth Stars Guitars production. So you're on Booth Stars and Guitars production with the Two Blondes After Dark. We do have our hit list and we got the Two Blondes. So we'd love for you to tune in. Go over and share really quick to YouTube at Tracy Two-Step across the street, whichever plan you're on, where you're watching from. Go over there and you can see the full broadcast, and that way you can get the visual full experience. Right now, we're on multiple platforms. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining us. Our musician will be with us soon. Before that, I'm going to turn over to Kristen Rochelle, whose radio personality has been on radio for quite some time, and chat with her about what's coming up. I don't know anything about our artist, so I'm going to be looking at Kristen tonight. Kristen?
So you've never met Jake Slay. You're going to meet him tonight. And he's got some congratulations in order. We have to give him congratulations for a big life event that happened, I believe, yesterday. So I'm going to surprise you with that news too. You're going to get to hear it for the first time once he gets in here.
Okay. There. Wow.
So I'm going to surprise you too.
Yeah, I have a feeling if it's the kind of surprise I think, I'm going to be like, I can't even believe he's here. So, getting settled there, y'all. I got to have my hat right. I get comments. You can come in through the comments. You can engage with us literally and come into the studio. I do see that our guest is getting ready, but before we do that, I don't know if you noticed, Kristen, there in our intro, we don't do quiet.
Yeah, it's a brand new intro too.
That is a statement. So that is an intro. That's actually a song. We don't do quiet, and it talks about Texas. So I'm actually going to send over to you. I let Kristen sample a lot of my music, say yes or no, and I hadn't written in a while. That one I'm sending to you, and you'll get every reason why each word is there. So Kristen's going to know. She'll get it. So hey, how are you doing tonight, Kristen Rochelle?
Oh, I'm doing good. It's been a quick day, a fast day, you know. Everything I had to do, it just kind of made the day fly by, and before I knew it, we had to be here. So how are you?
I know it's the daylight savings time. The whole change is like, where's the day at? It's already time. So it's really messing me up, to be honest.
It's messing me up too.
Yeah. And we're coming live to you. You got Kristen over there. She's bringing us into Arizona, literally for our independent artists. So we'd like all of our independent artists out there, drop in our comments. Let us know that you would like to be featured as an independent artist on air, officially, not just on a social channel. We love our social channels, but we love to support our independent artists. So drop us some love in the comments, do your dailies, and tune in because our artist is actually backstage. Kristen, anything else you'd like to give them before we jump in? Definitely let them know that they're on with who?
It's Jake Slay.
Jake Slay.
Jake Slay, yes.
Jake Slay. No, and I didn't. So I actually did his bio. So I wrote up a whole bio. So I was able to gain some knowledge. And I think he's literally where I grew up. So.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I do believe. I mean, we're going to have to ask him and see. And I didn't know if he was going to play a song live or not. So on this show, sometimes it's a yes, sometimes it's a no. It is up to the individual. That individual can actually see me and I can see them. They can't see anyone else right now. So you can do a yes, I am, or a no, I'm not. And nobody else will know, Jake. So I can see you. Kristen, tell us a little bit about Jake. Like, where did you find him?
So I think I found him online.
Oh,
I think he might have found me. I think that's how that worked. But he's a little bit different from some of our other artists because he's already in Nashville. You know, he lives in Nashville. He records in Nashville, but he wants to break into the Texas, Oklahoma music scene, mostly Texas more. So, you know, it's a little backwards this time. Normally we
it's like
interview people
me.
who are Yes, normally we interview people who are Texas, Oklahoma, and they're trying to break into a bigger scene.
That's so funny. I had someone say to me once, "You're like a unicorn," and I'm like, "Why in the world would you say that to me?" And they said, "Because normally people that grew up in Nashville don't leave and go to
Yeah,
Texas." And I'm like,
yeah.
"Ugh, it's a whole different beast when you grow up there. I know where to go in Nashville. I know the people in Nashville. I've already got that down, and I moved to Texas for a lot of reasons. So on air, KLBJ is a big rock station out of Texas. So there's a lot of stations here and a lot going on. But Kristen, would you say that Jake is like red dirt?
He's got the red dirt sound. He's definitely got something that I would call the alternative. That's a category he fits into really well.
You're gonna make me write a song. This happens every show. I love it when I'm on with Kristen. So y'all alternative, watch for that one. Kristen, where did you come up with that?
You know, that's kind of a saying that's been floating around Oklahoma for a while. So, the alternative, dirt rock, anything,
All right.
anything like that. Yeah.
Okay. Y'all alternative is on tonight with Jake Slay. I'm going to go ahead and grab Jake and let him roll into this live that show we have going on. Again, go to Boot Stars Guitars. Check us out. The smart thing to do is head on over to YT, which is YouTube. Tracy Two Step. This is Tracy Two Step. Go tune in, share with your friends, say hello, and you can be a part of the show. Literally, I am actually grabbing Jake right now. Jake Slay, welcome
What's
to the
up?
show. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are y'all doing?
We are. I'm doing good. I'm gonna let Kristen answer for herself.
I'm doing good. I want to say congratulations because I saw that you had the baby came. Is that right?
We did. She came a week early. So we're in the
Oh my
hospital currently
goodness.
right now.
He's
So
doing his interview from the hospital, Tracy.
yeah, that's rock and roll.
Is your wife going to hurt you later?
Yeah, yeah. She had a C-section. She's laid up right here, just probably laughing at me. But
Okay, but she's all good, right?
all
Because
good.
like tell her like, oh my goodness, so many blessings to you, the baby, and to her. And
Thank you.
what a beautiful blessing. Your whole life just changed.
Yeah,
You just
thank you so
became
much.
very responsible.
Yeah, I have one kid already. My son's
Okay.
21 months old, but this is our baby girl, Kinsley. So we're super super stoked about that one.
Oh my goodness, your wife, 21 months old, and the baby.
Yeah, two under two.
Reach out, like stay in touch with Kristen, stay in touch when you both need a musical outlet.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Yeah. So y'all go stream my music so I can keep paying for these babies. You know what I mean?
Yes.
He's well, I don't know how many more you plan on having, but just one is hefty enough. So that's what
Yep.
I meant. 21 months old and then a baby. I could have never done that. So hats off literally to both of you. I
Thank you so
spaced
much.
mine
Appreciate it.
out.
Yeah,
You're gonna find out later. You're gonna go, oh, it's not the first 9 months; it's the second 9 months. So
sure.
just wait.
Oh yeah. Yeah. He's my
I
son's a
stopped at
handful.
one.
So
Yeah, she stopped at one. Kristen,
yeah.
she
Stopped
got
at
the
one.
memo.
Yeah. That was the plan.
Yeah, I didn't get that memo. So I love all my kids. I mean, literally, but I'm like 5 to 7 years. I spaced mine out.
Sure.
So yeah, I don't know how you're going to do what you're about to do, but congratulations. And I know that it's going to be great because there's nothing greater than being a parent. And now you've got your baby girl
Yeah.
and your wife is there. And so we wish her well too. Now you're in the hospital. So I've already answered my own question, which was I don't think you're playing tonight.
Yeah. Unfortunately, no, I can't. I didn't even bring a guitar and it's killing me. But
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, you actually could bring the guitar to just play around with or something.
yeah,
Um,
my wife said, hell no.
oh, she
I
did.
don't blame
Oh,
Yeah.
her.
Yeah.
Don't
She said
blame
she
this is
her.
said,
nighttime. And so no
she,
guitars.
she said, hell no. Not
Yeah.
just, she said, hell, hell. Hey, how's it going, AC, DC out there, CD? Nice to see you. We are a live, engaging show here, Jake. So we have people tuning in. It's at 3.6 right now. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please go check out on the page for Jake Slay. Jake Slay, I have a question. I wrote your
Rip it.
bio today and I was looking everywhere to tag you. The smartest place that you would like for someone to go find your page, would you say your website or IG?
Instagram for sure. My website's a little outdated. We're with new management now, so all this is getting changed. But Instagram is definitely the best way to stay connected with what we got going on.
All right. He said it. You heard that. It's Jake Slay Music. You're out there. The music is actually all loaded up out there. I love it. Now, you're in Nashville?
Yes, ma'am. Yep.
Okay. Have you grown up there and lived there a long time?
No, so I actually grew up in Southern California in a town called Ventura, north of LA a bit.
Oh, yeah.
If you know where that's at, below Santa Barbara. We moved to Nashville about 6, 7, 8 years ago, somewhere in there. Came down here for a different purpose. Went through some stuff, and music found me about 2, maybe 3 years ago now.
Oh, good.
So
Music is very medicinal and,
yeah,
and healing. So
yeah,
I use it as a therapeutic tool. Just the writing process, even if it never goes anywhere, we'll see.
yeah,
Um, it's funny. I just got off a call. I'll have to get it with you on back channels about California and a festival out there. So exactly what you're talking about. So when you're talking about that area, I was like, wait a minute. I just had a conversation about that location. There's a very large
yeah,
festival that happens out there and they were discussing the festival and asking. So Kristen and I are available, everyone out there. If you're doing a festival, you're doing an event, and you'd like to get that promoted, you'd like to have marketing, PR, you'd like to know what's going on, and boots on the ground, going to the events live, we are available for that as well. So, Jake, are you planning to move to Texas?
we talked about it quite a bit. Problem is, and my band might be in here watching, so I'll watch what I say. But I love these guys so much, and we've had the talk over and over, and more than half of them are not willing to relocate to go to Texas. They love Nashville, and some of them are from the north, so it just adds another 10 hours to their drive home. But we looked at it to do this year, and unfortunately, right now it's not going to work. So we're just road dogging it pretty hard for right now, till it
That's
makes more sense. But I
I
want to be
would.
there.
I think you're actually that's smart. So for now, I don't know who's managing you and what you're doing out with Nashville in itself, but Kristen and I can talk, or we can talk on back channels. I'm curious because I jump over to Nashville a lot, and so there's a studio there, very friendly, good people that have been in Nashville, and they usually like to work with only Nashvillians. So
Hmm.
Nashville, if you're from Nashville, you can walk in the door.
Yeah,
So I do have that I can throw out there. Texas, Kristen can pull you into. Texas is a little different. Texas is a beast in its own, not just the size, but the whole radio market, music. It's a lot of really networking on the
yeah,
inside. Kristen, would you give that advice? Would you think that's smart?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, in that respect, it's a lot like Nashville networking, but there are amazing producers, sound studios in Texas that can rival anywhere else.
Oh yeah.
A lot of good stuff in Texas, which we'll be doing the is it T3R awards coming up, I guess, here in a week or two in March. Is that right, Tracy?
We are. So the Texas Regional Radio Music Awards, say that 10 times. Texas Regional Radio Music Awards, trrma.net. You can check that out. This year they have a very large production. And what that is, Jake, is every radio station, every promoter, every music manager usually shows up, and you have your future faces. So everyone out there listening to me, that means someone like Jake, who has not gotten on the circuit a lot in Texas yet, you would be a future faces and would show up for that night. And then from that night, then we have the awards show. It's not mine. I want to point that out. This is not my event. This is an event that I enjoy because it brings together the community of musicians, radio, and the business. So you get it all in one spot. So Kristen and I will be there. Just go to trrma.net. Jake, I would say for you to just look at it, just to start getting
Sure.
a feel of who's out there and what's going on. But
100%.
I love your music. So, I don't know if your manager's there in Nashville or if they're here or how your manager feels, but Kristen's correct. So if you're running into Austin and South, it's interesting.
Yeah.
North Texas, that's easy, but it's very competitive.
Sure.
It is very competitive. So that's where I go to Kristen on specific areas, and it's like network with the good people, and you'll be good. This is my own personal opinion. I do not believe that Kristen's been in radio for a long time. I have too. We're not old. We just loved it and jumped in.
Yeah.
I don't believe after working in terrestrial radio that middle position of the promoter, it is not at a station, but they're promoting and charging for each station or over and above charging instead of having the manager role. I saw that and I was like, that's going to collapse. When I came back to Texas and I was like, I therapeutically got back into music, I was like, that's going to collapse. That's what we have happening right now. So the good news is we have radio coming back into the community, the mission. So you have good timing. Right now, there's a lot going on, and this is the time to get in there. And maybe through Kristen, I'll give a couple of names. But Jake, let's hear more about you and your music. We
Sure.
have a lot standing by over here asking me what I'm doing.
Gotcha. Ask away. I'm here.
Well, so you're in that country southern rock genre. You're out of Nashville right now. If I had walked into your room as a teenager, this is the hit list. So the show you're on, we have a hit list, and you can take it one of two ways. So a hit list being your song, or the hit list I'm about to ask you, which is Kristen and I are curious. While you were growing up and you were hearing music, or maybe it's not music, and we looked around inside your room and you're a teenager thinking of music or sports or something, what was on your wall?
Kiss posters.
See?
Yeah.
It's
I
always
wouldn't have
interesting.
guessed that one at all. I wouldn't have guessed that one.
But I'm all for
Yeah.
it. I'm all for that. I love that. See?
So
Oh, yeah.
in California, do you have any of the like dirt rock, your alternative stuff making its way into California yet?
Yeah. So, like, the only one that I hear people buzzing about really is obviously Treaty Oak right now. He's all
Okay.
over California. I don't talk to a lot of people still in California, but Treaty Oak's just bouncing all over that state. So it is making a push over that way for sure.
That's great.
Definitely going to
Yeah.
open up the market for a whole lot of audiences, a whole lot of artists. And it's going to be interesting. We've got a whole new genre I think the world is fixing to be exposed to.
Yeah, for sure. The alternative.
The alternative. I mean,
Yeah.
I already know that it's going to be stuck in my head, and that's going to become an actual song. So I'm blinded
Yeah.
a little bit. Sorry, y'all. I'm moving that light. It's
There's
literally
shred dirt too.
blinding. There's what?
Shred dirt.
Shred dirt.
Yep.
So
Dirt rock.
Jake, we got to get the song going on these. Like I
Yeah.
hear this, and I'm like, then where's the song?
Yeah. Right. Yeah. The alternative's thrown around Nashville a lot too. That's kind of, it's just kind of funny because, red dirt's a very specific type of music. And the stuff that I'm doing, the stuff like, I'm not going to name drop people, but, a lot of people that are doing the same style that we're doing, we always ask ourselves, like, what genre are we? So we usually just lean to red dirt because that's what people classify us at. But like, there's so many subgenres of red dirt. Like, so I say shred dirt, the alternative, southern rock, like,
I was
it
going
doesn't
to say
really, it just
Southern
kind of
rock.
fits in everything. Yeah. So
Yeah, yeah.
we're trying to
Were
find
you
the
gonna
genre.
say Whiskey Myers?
No, I wasn't gonna say Whiskey Myers, but I do like his stuff. But he's a little more red dirty though. You know what I mean?
He's definitely. So when you're
Yeah.
in Texas and Oklahoma, like you definitely know you're red dirt.
Yeah, 100%.
So if you're completely red dirt, that's I don't even like to do genres. It's all about good music and good people, right? And getting back
Yeah.
in the community and making a difference. Kristen, we've talked about this. Kristen's wanting the 90s back. She wants 90s music to like come back. And I want it too. I love the 90s, as far as music in that genre. But I try not to do genre. I know that I asked you that question, but I wrote your bio, and so I've got a lot of information actually. So, but
Yeah.
you can say who you would say your music is like, because one of my questions was going to be, is there an artist out there that you look to and you're like, that's going to be me? That's what I'm striving for.
So there's a couple. When I first started music, right? I've been doing this for I think we just hit 3 years. Um, when I started this, like I just wanted to be Wetzel, right? And so who doesn't, right? And so that was kind of what we chased in the early sound that we were doing. And then the more I kept writing songs and coming up with our own sound, I think we found our own sound. And that's when I started realizing that I don't know what genre we're in anymore. But I try to take like my influences, right? Wetzel's a big one. Kiss is a huge one. Obviously, like Nickelback, and then also I grew up on a lot of rap too. So when you put all that together, you kind of get a little bit of this Jake Slay vibe going on. And there's a few people I know that have a similar sound. I guess kind of depends on the producer you use too, because they have a distinct sound also. Um, but yeah, I mean, Wetzel is definitely my biggest influence starting in music, and now we're kind of transitioning to more of a rock based kind of stuff. Like the country's kind of leaving like a lot of our stuff unintentionally. We like to be loud and in
Mm,
your face, so like we're becoming more of a rock band, but the lyrics are still kind of country, so that's why I don't know, country rock, I don't know, can't figure it out.
exactly. Exactly. I love that.
You know,
So,
when I listen to a lot of Red Dirt music, I hear a ton of 90s alternative influence. I hear a ton of 90s rock in there. I don't know how many bands I've listened to where, I hear something and that's like, oh, that's the Gin Blossoms. That's a tiny
mm,
bit of Silverchair. It's crazy. Have you noticed any of the 90s influence there in that type of music?
Yeah, yeah, I have, like, obviously like Zach Top and Braxton Keith in the Texas country and country circuit coming up. They're and Jake Worthington, I think too, if you guys have listened to him, they're nailing that 90s sound, like just absolutely killing it. But I have seen a little bit of that come into the circuit we're in. We actually dropped a song, if y'all listen to it, it's called What They Don't Know. And when we were writing that one, we kind of had like a 90s like Nirvana like kind of vibe going on. So that song kind of has like that 90s rock to it, which is kind of cool. And we thought, maybe we'll chase that lane. And then everything just kept getting heavier. But there's definitely that 90s vibe coming back through. And like, Nickelback's, I guess, 2000s, but even that Nickelback kind of vibe going on, that dad rock is coming back huge right now, also. So, like, I think there's going to be a big shift in a lot of the music, also.
Music's gonna start getting good again, sounds
Yeah.
like.
Yeah. The last few years have been a little rough, let me tell you.
They have been.
Yeah. It's copy and paste.
so
Yes.
have you actually played like in Texas? Is there somewhere that you've actually played that you really enjoyed and you're like, man, that was a cool place to go to in Texas?
Yeah, Cheatham Street's probably my favorite one. That place,
Ah,
that was our first time playing down there.
yeah,
And so backstory on the whole Texas thing. So when I started music, I never really even thought about Texas. My brother goes to A&M, but outside of that,
oh,
I mean, Texas was never really on my radar. Um, but just all of our fans were from there. I mean, when I started looking at demographics and seeing where our fans were from, it was like 80% of them are from Texas, and I'm like, what's going on? Like I'm here over more East Coast, and all of our fans are still in the West. So I'm
yeah,
trying to figure this out. So as we started growing, people started categorizing us with other Texas bands, Coetzel and Geo and the Higher Guns, Sterling Ells, all those boys. And so we just kind of started robbing a lot of their fans as well. And so Texas is just where our music started to pop off. So now it just makes sense to market, more of the Texas, Oklahoma vibe, and try to chase that route, right? Because you got to be where your fans are. We'll play, 5 or 6 shows in Nashville a year, and you may sell like 10 to 15, pieces of merch here in Nashville. It's just a very
yeah.
cutthroat industry. A lot of people don't like the sound that we have going on, from what I've gathered. But I mean, people that are into it are into it. But it's just all our friends that come to these shows and the band's friends. So, like, getting like an audience and like selling out a venue is very difficult here. But like, we go to Texas and we get very close.
I like that. So Cheatham Street, are you familiar with Cheatham Street, Kristen?
I am not.
I love Cheatham Street. So Cheatham
Stevie Ray
Street,
Vaughan had a residency there. It's so cool.
yeah. Yeah, it is. It is. We're gonna have to go there. It is one of my favorites too. When you said that, I went, "Oh yeah, you already know." Like, I don't know who got you in there because it's the individual that I know is no longer in music, but that is actually that's the area, Kristen, that Springboard, Texas. So segue really quick. Springboard, Texas. Everybody, you can go look that up. It is a tour going all through Texas. And I just got off the phone with them. So Springboard Fest or Springboard Texas, you can look that up out there and find the schedule. March 31st will be in that area that you just mentioned, Jake. So we
Sweet.
will be, it's south of Austin, it's around the San Marcos area. So we will all Springboard. So Springboard, Texas, if you want to be in Houston, if you want to be in Dallas, if you want to be in San Antonio, they have multiple locations. So we're in charge of March 31st, Springboard. So Kristen's like, I don't have that on my calendar.
I don't. You know me. I don't have it on my calendar.
Trust me, it's been an interesting week full of business. Hi Jay, I see you on there. Nice to see you. There's a lot going on in Texas actually, so that's the good news. And we all kind of network and work together. And so pulling off this festival that's going around for Texas is not mine either. This is networking, and it's called Springboard. And I do advise to, a lot of artists, it's a conference as well. It's a music conference and a festival all in one. So most of the networking, like right now with Kristen, she's even working with one of them. So my mentor, the people that I would work with, they actually came from one of Springboard, is one of the larger groups that I pull from. So, and you're familiar, Kristen, with HT. So shout out to HTJ, but shout out to Barry out there. So I call him BC. So BC, that is Springboard Fest, Springboard, Texas. Check that out. Jake, we have several songs in here, and the one that kept popping up is called Love.
Love song.
Yes. So
Yeah.
can you tell me something about that song?
Yeah. My wife's been asking for a love song for a really long time. Um, I can never write one. I've tried so many times and they always turn out terrible. And they usually turn into some sort of hate song. And I remember just sitting on the couch one night. My son was like sitting between my legs and I was just picking on my guitar. And I just came up with that I just came up with the chorus like right there in my head. And I was like, man, this could be a good love song. And then went to the studio the next day with my buddy Lacade and Jake Parshall, and we sat there and I sang what I had, and they were like, "Holy shit!" Sorry, I got a potty mouth, but
No, go for it.
cool. They're like, "Holy shit!" Like this is a banger. Let's finish it. So we spent another 30 minutes on the song and knocked it out, and then sure enough, it's become our biggest song, and it's a good one. I like it a lot. It's like I try to when people ask about it, I say it's like the perfect way for Jake Slay to write a love song because I don't know how, but if I were to write one, this is what it would sound like. So that's what you get.
I like that. So it's the perfect way
Yeah.
to write the love song. I'm actually looking at your music right now to pull. And so, Kristen, if you want to ask any questions or anything, feel free to do it. So, Kristen actually got to know you right through social media or something.
Yeah.
Is that
And
how?
I can't even
unfortunately,
remember.
she came out to the worst show I've ever played. Like, I'm gonna backstory this real quick.
Do it.
We did a run with Bottomland, if you've heard of them. They're a great country group out of Texas. And we played the Wormy Dog Saloon in Stillwater. And Kristen wanted to come up and do an interview and enjoy the show. And we went a little too hard in Huntsville, Texas the night before. And I woke up with zero voice. And it was really bad, like really bad. And when we were doing sound check, I couldn't even sing. It sounded like nails on a chalkboard. And she came out. She lied and said it was a good show, but I saw the videos and
It
it
was
was
a
not a
good
good show.
show. It was a good show, I promise. If it was bad, I would tell you.
Probably wouldn't
It
be
was
here
a
if it was
good
that bad, huh?
yeah, it was a good show.
Well, we're back in OKC on May 24th at the Resona Head or something like that in Oklahoma City.
Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna have to try to make that one.
Yeah, mark your calendars. But go ahead. I know you're about to ask something. I cut you off, but
No, you're good. Actually, can you let them know where your schedule is? So, do you got your schedule on IG?
yeah, we're working on the schedule right now. 4 shows currently are released. We're going on tour with Cole Barnhill. If y'all know
Okay.
who that is, he's out of Texas as well.
Yeah.
We're hitting Memphis, Tennessee with him, Little Rock, Arkansas, uh, somewhere around Kansas City, and then Oklahoma City. And that's all posted on my Instagram right now. And then more dates are to come, just not released yet.
Got it. Got it. Well, we've got you live on another station. I did just pull you, by the way. Um, so I'm letting you know you just got it. Kane, he did Super Dave. So I've got a whole nother host over here running a whole nother channel. So shout out to Super Dave. You did just get that invite and can be pulled up. So Kane, if you'll handle that, what I'm going to do is grab that song. It's called Love Song. And it's Jake Slay, Slay. And yes, I spelled it because some of us, I don't know if it's public school, I don't know what it is. I could have a southern accent. I mean, there's
Yeah.
a lot of reasons that I am spelling this. So we are also radio. We are podcasts. We're broadcasting. So that way, when they're listening to the audio, I want your name to be correct. So this is Jake Slay, and this is his song, Love Song. Tuning in.
These days I hardly feel, so when I do, I don't know how. I'm never up this late if I ain't high on cocaine and some Crown. I pick it up to throw it down, 'cause I'm used to drowning memories out. But tonight is going south. I wanna write you a love song, but I don't know sound. You keep me high, then the liquor and the pills making my heart feel at home. I swear I'll never be so gone. You get me so stoned. You've been waiting way too long. I wanna write you a love song. It's always living to drain, neon scene, just trying to be sane. Make it to the next city by sunrise, drowning in booze, mixed with the blues, can't get overused until tonight. I wanna write you a love song, but I don't know how a love song's supposed to sound. You keep me high, then the liquor and the pills making my heart feel at home. I swear I'll never be so gone. You get me so stoned. You've been waiting way too long. I wanna write you a love song. I wanna make it make sense. Wanna tell you how it is when I write it all down. So how does that sound? I'd write you a love song if I figured out how to not get it wrong. I would do it right now. You get me higher than the liquor and the pills, making my heart feel at home. I swear I'll never be so gone. You get me so stoned. You've been waiting way too long. I wanna write you a love song. I wanna write you a love song.
All right, Tracy, what did you think? I love that one. I want to know what you think.
I love it. So I love song I was able to listen to all day when I was marketing Jake's music out there. That is the song that I chose. And you got a bunch of tags out there, Jake. So just go and accept those on IG. There's a reason that I'm using initials because we are on multiple platforms. There's some competitive stuff going on between each channel. So when I say IG, everybody knows what that is. That's why I do that. When I say FB, we know what that is. Those are social channels. Love Song to me is not what I was expecting. And I was pleasantly surprised. I was happy. I was like, ooh, this has got some bite. You've got that kind of edge. So it does remind me of the 90s, number one. So it's got the bite, it's got the edge, but the lyrics, like you didn't overdo it. You know what I mean? You didn't like write a whole letter.
Yeah. Yeah. Keep it simple, stupid, right?
Yeah, yeah, kiss,
Yeah.
just like you had on your wall when you were
Yep.
growing up. Yeah,
Yep.
kiss. I like that. Most definitely. Kristen, do you have a hit list question for Jake Slay?
Okay, what is the one song, and I may have asked you this before, but I forgot. Somebody would totally not expect you to listen to, and it might be a little embarrassing. What is it? One song or one artist? Like if you were in
Ugh.
traffic and you were listening to it and you had to roll the windows up because you didn't want anyone to know.
Yeah, I'm pretty open about a lot of stuff, but I'm a huge Justin Bieber fan, and there's no denying
Ah,
that. Yeah,
okay.
huge. New Justin Bieber though. I'm not talking like, way back in, 2010 whatever, but the recent stuff, the Purpose Deluxe album,
Hmm.
fire.
Are you there, Tracy?
Yep, I'm talking on multiple
Okay.
channels, so hang tight over here on this channel. Justin Bieber, someone just sent me a comment that said boxers. So yes, this year in his boxers, he actually did perform, and I was surprised. I actually was like, "Dang, he's got it together." He was discovered very young, so
Hmm.
that's probably why some people are like, that's what I got. I got some people in the comments over here going, Justin Bieber. I'm like, actually go back and watch him and check
Yeah.
out his latest stuff.
Yeah,
So
I catch
I
a lot of
agree.
hate on that, but I'm big, I'm big on songwriting, right? Um,
Yeah.
I listen to all types of music. I don't stop at just, country or rock. I listen to yodeling. I listen to like some weird Switzerland music. I listen to just a lot of random stuff. Like I love rap too. But Justin Bieber's lyrically and singing wise, talented singer. And his lyrics are always they're phenomenal. He's just such a great artist. And you can really learn a lot from people in different genres too, because when you're trying to create your own lane or, have your own sound, when you pull like sounds and stuff from everybody else and all these different scenes, that's kind of how I feel you find your own kind of vibe. So like I don't sing like Justin Bieber, but I try to do a little more runs when I sing. It's just not just words. I try to like drag my notes out and have a little runs going on. And like you could say I pull that from either Justin Bieber or Kiss, whatever in there. So
Most definitely. I hear you on
yeah.
that one. I'm telling you, go back and watch his performance. He did it in his boxers and like waters. I don't know if anyone caught that, the Grammys. So um and Kristen, I don't know about you, but I've gotten to the point where I'm being careful about mentioning brands, mentioning anything, unless they're going to start paying us to
Yeah.
promote them.
Yeah.
So we're both independent as well. So Jake, you're an independent artist, and right now, as being an independent artist, is there something that you're seeing? Is there a struggle with something, or do you think that having uh, a lot of the digital modalities and sites is good? Do you think it's made it easier?
A little bit. I mean, we've partnered up with some clothing companies, some clothing brands like Foulmouth and Western Hippie and a lot of that stuff, a boot company, like so they kind of help push some stuff too. But it's just if I'm understanding your question correctly, it's a lot of hustling, right? I mean, nothing's given to anybody that doesn't put the work in. Well, some people get lucky, but I'm not that lucky. So you got to work. But partnering up with smaller businesses that are willing to, send you some free hats to wear, on stuff like this or on stage and provide them content. That's a great way to help push your music too. So you can get really far being independent if you got the right people sitting in your corners, and as long as you help them. I mean, I'd give the shirt off my back to help anybody, just like a lot of these guys would for me too.
Yeah. Jake, I have
Yeah,
a question. Do
sure.
you rock a cowboy hat?
So yeah, I used to cowboy for a while. I it's actually really funny. I just put my cowboy hat on during our wedding. I had a really nice hat made. I got so many hats, but I had this really nice hat from it's a company in Texas called Bigger Hats. I know you said not to name drop, but they're good people.
No, actually, I don't know that one. So you
Okay.
definitely should send me that on a back channel.
For sure. Yeah, Kurt Hayden used
Yeah.
to be their custom hatter, and yeah, I made this custom hat with them. And I used to have really short hair. Now I have really long hair, and so the hat didn't fit while I was growing my hair out. So I
Oh,
I ordered this hat stretcher, and I've been stretching this hat for like 6 months.
oh
And I
wow.
finally put it on like 2 weeks ago. We played the show, and I was like, screw it, I'm gonna wear my hat. And I threw it on and it almost fit my head. I squeezed it down on there and it worked, but I don't wear a cowboy hat as often as I used to because my days now are mostly in Vans. But when I wear my boots, I do dress up sometimes.
Most definitely. So I have to do a shout out to American Hat Company. They are up there in Texas in that area. That is where I get mine, and they're an ambassador as well. However, Kristen and I also have a mutual friend. He's actually been a friend of mine for a really long time, like a brother. And he now he took over a cowboy hat company. So there might be something there that we could talk about. Because I mean, American Hat Company is very well known. They're everywhere. They've
Yeah.
been around since the 50s. So
All
um,
my straws are American for
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I've been lucky enough that any hat that I have that they've sent them to me. But I have to say this because he's going to send me a message, and you know who it is, Kristen. I'm going to get torn to pieces, and I'm not going to mention the name of the hat company until I get the hat. So
Nice.
yeah, send me the hat first, and then. But for someone like Jake, they are looking for artists, and so for an artist to rock their hat out there while you're playing and you're trying to get into Texas. See, my Southern just came out a lot. When you come into Texas,
Yeah.
that's a smart move, Kristen, is for us to think about getting him the cowboy hat and then rocking to
Yeah.
Texas that way. So I just had an idea. He's like a brother to both Kristen and I. So he's a trip. This show isn't about him, so we won't bring it up, but I just had an idea. So
Yeah.
it's called a networking power move that I
Yeah.
think Jake should do. And then
Yeah.
Jake, I'm a hat like freak. I love hats. So if you're rocking that, I like it. I'll wear it on air. Kristen, I mean, I've seen you wear hats where you're going. I think I'm like 99.9. I don't know if anyone's ever seen me without a hat. That's probably about right, Kristen, isn't it? I
Yeah,
think I
you
have
always have one on.
everywhere. Like it's like I don't have time. Get me the hat, throw my hair to just whatever, So I like the hat you're actually wearing right now. So I did
Oh,
notice
sweet.
that immediately. Yeah, yeah. I
I'll get you.
noticed.
I'll get you in contact with him.
Yeah, definitely. I'd love that. Now we have another song in here. They're the two that you sent me. And so tell me about that one.
Mine. I
Yeah.
believe, right? Mine. Yeah. This one was this one. I'm trying to think of the story on this song. I think this is one I just kind of threw together. I have a weird songwriting system. I don't know that I've ever sat down and wrote a song about, an experience or sat down with pen and paper and just wrote a song. I sit there and play and I just freestyle and that's what come up. But that melody and that that just kept going around and around and around in my head and I just started singing it over and over and that song came up. Obviously, like all songs are pulled from some sort of experience you have one way or another, but you got to make them a little more exciting than they are a lot of the times, so you catch everyone's interest in it. But
Most definitely.
mine was one of those songs that I put a lot of effort into, because everyone's so focused on catching people at the chorus, which is great, right? That's the hook of the song. You got to catch people there. But mine was one of those ones I was like, I'm gonna make the verse so damn catchy that you don't really care to listen to the chorus because the verse, like the melody of the verse is just so good. And so maybe I sound a little arrogant, but I think the melody on the verses for mine just came together so well. And I think that's the strong suit of the song is really the verses and the chorus just kind of matches the vibe. So it's a
I
little
love that.
backwards of your
So,
typical writing, but
yeah. So, Jake, are you familiar with spoken word?
I don't think so.
Okay. So we'll talk on back channels about that too, because I'm not going to give that away on air either. I go in like that, and that's a move. It's a power. I will talk about it off air, but I assumed by listening to your music, it'd be an easy way to push in. So I love the fact for what you just said, the way that you're writing. It's very, very smart. So I jump that way. I jump that way, but I jump to another way too. So I'm going to grab mine. This is his song. This is Jake Slay, everybody. I see you over there. What is that number? 8.7. So 8.7. Thank you for keeping it going over there. This is Jake Slay. I'm here with Christian Rochelle. Here with Tracy Two Step. Here with BSG. Boots Stars Guitars with the two blondes right now on our show. Here's the song, and it's called Mine. Y'all check out Jake Slay.
take some time and try to get away. But once I found your love, I thought I'd truly stay. But I just wanna run, just wanna get away, 'cause I just can't keep living this way. What started out as love has led me off the rails. I was throwing pennies, now I'm wishing hell. But I just wanna call, I hope you're doing well. But I just can't keep living this way. When your world falls apart, don't take it out on me. By that time you'll be stored in my bad memories. When I push and you pull, it's just a matter of time. Until your world falls apart, you'll just keep fucking up mine. Friends follow me around like I give a fuck who you're doing now. Better him than me, I guess we found out. Now I'm getting high, so you can't drag me down. When your world falls apart, don't take it out on me. By that time you'll be stored in my bed memories. When I push and you pull, it's just a matter of time. Until your world falls apart, you'll just keep fucking up mine. When your world falls apart, don't take it out on me. By that time you'll be stored in my bad memory. When I push and you pull, it's just a matter of time. Until your world falls apart, you'll just keep fucking up mine.
I've got you on multiple channels. Yes, that is the F word. But
Sorry.
it's in there. Hey, it's all good. I just have to say that and say hello to all of you. I'm going to flip it back. I flipped the camera so they were able to see the artist and tune in with Kristen rather than just the show part. So I wanted them to have a look and say, hey, that's Jake and Kristen. So rather than watching me over here, I can't stay still. So it's a good thing. If I'm moving and your music's on, that's good. If I'm just sitting here, we got a problem. So
Awesome. I love that.
yeah, I love it.
Awesome. Yeah, I love that song. I love that song. I usually oh, that's our photographer,
It is.
Thrash. Jacob Thrash. Yeah, that's my dog. What up, Jacob?
Thrash. I like it.
He's the man.
He is the
He's
man.
the man.
Is he in Nashville?
He's south of Nashville a little bit. He's towards like Huntsville, Alabama, but he's on the
Oh.
Tennessee side. So
I got you. All
Yeah.
right.
I remember him. He
You
was
do?
at your show in Stillwater,
yeah,
right?
he was in Stillwater. Yep.
Okay. Nice, Thrash. Share this around. What happens is later, a lot of people are going to come back and discover this. And then, of course, we'll get your music. Kristen, have you already had Jake's, those two songs? Have you had them rocking in Arizona yet?
I had the other one. This one I haven't.
Okay.
This is the first time I've actually listened to this Mine, the whole one, and I love it. That evokes some emotions and memories and is very relatable. That is it's totally
I wanted to
relatable.
know your opinion, but I was waiting. I was like, she's definitely going to have some opinions on this one.
Yeah, we get that
That's
feedback a lot on that song.
Yeah, and you've written something really good when it is relatable to all kinds of different people,
100%. 100%.
Most definitely. I related to it, Kristen. Even just the name of it, I knew going in, I was like, this is going to be a killer song. So it's called Mine, everybody out there. Check out Mine. Hey, Ash, I see you. Watch the comments for me in there. Show some love. Everybody, check out Jake Slay. We see you there. I caught you. So Super Dave is our co-host over there. You're doing a great job. Kane, let me know if I need to grab someone. So because it's 10,000 people over there tuning in, I just don't want to ignore them. I have you on multiple channels, and then we'll obviously grab your music. I'm assuming you're either with BMI or ASCAP.
BMI.
Okay. So yes, our software automatically grabs your music and we're able to get it out, and immediately it'll give us a notice that we are not allowed to use your music unless we go back to your codes and get that permission. So that's the good news about being on somewhere that's not just opening up social media. So Kristen's got her locations, I've got my locations, but even when we're live on, if it's even I can't pick just one, but if we're on a social media channel, the good news is the software that we use will not even allow us to use your song without giving you credit. So this whole
Gotcha.
show, it would wipe it out and take it away. So,
Gotcha.
but being in radio for so long, and not just radio, but songwriting, do you have something? Thank you, Thrash. I'm commenting over here with the listeners. It's old school radio, used to you could call in like Thrash. If you were calling into a station right now, what would you say? Watch,
Yeah.
listening something. So, and everyone over here too. Hey, nice to see you over there. I found Super Dave is back, everybody. Be sure to go check out Super Dave and Kane and thank them. Kristen Michelle, Tracy Two Step here. You're on right now. Check out Tracy Two Step. You've got BSG, and it is Boots, Stars, Guitars. I mean, those three things, there you go. It could be a combat boot. It can be a cowboy boot. It could be black metal boot. I mean, I'm into all kinds of music as long as it's good music. So we take care of our musicians independently. Jake, do you have something that you would give to someone that's looking to get, well, I'm big into songwriting or into music, and you could go back to yourself and say, man, I wish I hadn't done that, or I had maybe done something a little bit different. Do you have advice there?
Oh man. Yeah. I'm kind of a man of no regrets.
Good song.
I guess for starting artists and mainly songwriters, just there's no such thing as a bad song. There's a lot of music that I write that people don't enjoy, but I love it. And a lot of the times, like there's a song, "Don't Play It on Here, Please." It's called "Message in This Bottle." um, I've gotten in a lot of trouble about that
Did you
song.
say
Like,
don't play it?
don't play it on your show will be canceled. Just fair
Oh,
warning.
okay.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
a little crazy, but
I'm,
you know, my old management that we just left, we got into it a little bit about that song in particular, and they're like, you need to take it down. But it
share it
related with so
out.
many people, and so many people loved it. So that's all I can say is there's no such thing as a bad song. Somebody out there is gonna like it. So, when you start one, just finish it and do an acoustic video or do something like that. Someone's gonna like it somewhere, and that could be your ticket.
That's your advice there. I like that. There's an old, and I never get it right, but Elvis Presley said at one point, there's nothing worse than a song not being heard. So
Mhm.
it's like, it's literally in a tattoo. I've got to go find it. I actually got it from Billy Ray Cyrus, and I keep forgetting how it goes, but it's an old saying about a song. And so the worst thing you can do to a song is it not being played. So, do you actually collab a lot when you do your songs?
I,
Collaborations.
a little bit. We got a couple of collabs coming out this year. Features on songs, and then people featuring on a project we have coming up. But as far as songwriting goes, I used to songwrite a lot with people. I used to write for a lot of other people. People would always come and find me if they wanted to like have an edgier song because I have an itch for writing messed up music. But I've kind of stepped away a little bit since we got this new band together and we're doing our thing. I've stepped away from the songwriting with other people and kind of focused on doing internally. What I found a lot of the time is when I'm writing with other songwriters or going to certain publishers to write, I was kind of losing like my sight and focus on what I wanted to write about, and I was writing just songs that were catchy to everybody, and it took a lot of the fun out for me where I was like, yeah, I like sitting down and writing songs that I want to write because I know there's people like me out there that like this stuff. I don't want to chase I just don't want to chase the sound everyone else is doing. I want to write from my heart, in my mind. And yeah, I'm not your typical songwriter. I do things very backwards.
I was gonna say, so like-minded people get along well in that, and so collaborating with the right person is the key. So I figured that out too. So,
Yeah,
it was an interesting year last year.
yeah,
I'll say that. That's for sure. So I learned a lot of lessons, and I say go with your own sound, go with what works for you. And you were saying, Kristen was at your show and you thought it was your worst. I can tell you, she would have said, yeah, it wasn't maybe all there, but it wasn't bad. She would have given you like, yeah, dude, like it wasn't. So it must have been, if that was your worst show and she didn't say that, then I can only imagine seeing you live.
sweet. Thank God my
Like
band's
Kristen.
good.
Kristen,
Yeah,
I'll let her
I'm
talk.
unfortunately an honest person, which not really like a
Gets us
sought
in
after
trouble.
trait. But you did really good that night. You did.
Yeah, that
Thank you.
gets us in trouble sometimes, but I'd rather be honest than crooked. So
Oh, for
there's
sure.
another song.
Yeah, for
I'd
real.
rather be
It
honest than
being
crooked.
honest, especially being honest to yourself, is like that's like the like when my son grows up and he gets to the age where we can have conversations. It's like that's one thing I always tell him is like, dude, as long as you're honest to yourself, nothing else matters. You know what I mean?
Yeah, don't
I
sell
don't care
out.
what people think. You know, we have a lot of haters, obviously, because we're having a little bit of success right now, which is great. So obviously, with success comes hate, and you just have to turn your head to it because they're mad for a reason. So let them be mad. I'll laugh. I'll laugh over here and write a song about it later.
Most
Exactly.
Yeah.
definitely. Well, quick check in with everyone out there you're watching right now. Jake Slay is on. If you're enjoying the show, be sure to subscribe, share, follow the stream so that more people can discover independent artists out there like Jake Slay. If you're an artist watching tonight, get a hold of us. If you would like to get on at one of our shows, Kristen and I have many areas we can put your music, even independently. But here on a Wednesday night, you can find us both together and live on location as well, which is what Kristen was able to do to see you live. So it's getting towards the end here of the show. Do you have something, Kristen, that you would like to ask? I think, on our hit list are 3 questions. There's no safe answers. It's like rapid fire. Is there another truth about the music business that you think that everyone needs to hear before
I
you
don't.
leave? Is there another truth, Kristen and Jake?
I don't have a question along those lines to answer or to ask, but I want to know: are you ever going to write a song that would sound like Kiss? Do you have any of that
Ooh.
in your
Oh
plans coming up?
man, I feel like you. Yeah, I feel like you're in my head right now. Actually, like I said, we're in the hospital right now. My son came here and hung out with us today, and I took him back home, and we just kind of went and hung out for a little bit. And while he was taking his nap, I grabbed my electric guitar and I started writing a riff that sounds like a Kiss song. And I was sitting there thinking over and over, I'm like, dude, I'm writing a Kiss song, like I'm doing it this week. So yes, like currently right
Oh
now,
wow,
I'm
I
writing some
was in
Kiss
your
style
head a
stuff.
little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah, that you
yeah,
got
that
it.
is. Yeah, we want to have some stuff that's similar. I like to have our shows be dynamic, so we have like the heavy stuff, we have like the country stuff, and then I think it'd be really fun to do like that like 70s glam rock, like throw that in there too
Ooh,
somewhere because I can sing high sometimes, so I think it'd be kind of fun.
there you go. I like that. I love that. I bet seeing you live is an experience. It's not just like going for music; it's a whole experience. And so I love every bit of that. So that's Jake Slay here tonight with Kristen Rochelle, myself, Tracy Two Step. You can go check it out on YouTube at Tracy Two Step if you'd like to see the actual visual full show. Right now, you can subscribe and watch for Kristen Rochelle. I am Tracy Two Step. You've been on with Two Blondes After Dark from BSG, which is Boots, Stars, and Guitars. What else do we need to put in the name? Boots, Stars, and Guitars rocks it out. So I am so glad to meet you, Jake. I love your music. I actually like the way that you think too. I think we're getting towards the wrap up stage, and I'm going to let Kristen go there.
Well, that's all for me tonight. I like to go to bed early. I'm an old person that likes to go to bed early.
I'm getting laughs. They're laughing on the other. It is true, but I won't, everybody. I'm going to come over and do the after part with you.
She stays up till 5 a.m. I go to
If
bed
I'm
as soon as
writing.
I can.
I'm on
Mhm.
music hours. So I'm used to the night shift in the radio station, so I write. And if I start writing, I just have to. I don't, that's my process. I just have to do it. I can't interrupt it. And then by starting the radio show here with Kristen, I've been working on something for about not even 2 months, but I'm probably on my fourth week to where I'm going, wait a minute, something's happening. There's a movement happening. And so with the media company that I'm with, we're on it right now. But another media route that I'm exploring and experimenting with. And that's why it's up to 15.5 thousand staring at us right now. So I do feel like I have to go over and spend some time and say thank you to them to keep tuning in and make sure that they find your music. It's easy to find, actually, everyone out there. I had no problem finding your music. Like he said, don't go find which song?
Message in this bottle. You
Do
might like
not
it.
go to that one.
No, you can go to it, go find it. We just can't air it. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. You
everyone's
guys will
going to
love
go.
it. Just don't air it. But
Oh, so
yeah, y'all can find me
everyone's going to
anywhere.
go.
It's just Jake Slay Music on all platforms. We'd love to see you, and we'd love to have each and every one of you guys out at one of our shows. I like to take pictures and meet everybody, so don't be afraid to say hi. I'm a lot shorter in person.
Oh,
I have to
really?
tell people that too. I have to tell people I'm short in person.
How
Yeah.
short, Jake?
I'm 5'9", but
Okay.
not
He's
that
about
short.
my
Pretty
height.
average.
Yeah. Actually, I'm a little less now. It's like I'm shrinking. No, I love it. I love it. We're closing out here. Kristen's like, she's like the cheerleader. I bet you were actually like, you could throw her in the air. She comes back down and just throw her back up. Like she's tiny, but she's fierce. So you definitely don't mess with her. So it's like, yeah, don't mess with her, but she's definitely she's a cutie. So, but
Well,
don't
thank you.
mistake someone's height or build for not having strength. So that's where I'm trying to go with this. Is don't take that for granted, because trust me, I just got through telling someone I grew up there in Nashville when the music was the good old days, where it's like, if you're going to get in there, there's a certain way to get in, and then there's another way to get in. So the way that I grew up, I'm not afraid to go there. So if I
Yeah.
need to go there, I'll go there. And they're like, what? And I'm like, listen, I did life in Nashville when I was there growing up. I wasn't like spoiled. I had to raise myself, and I was around a lot of musicians. There was a lot of things going on, and I'm old school. So yeah, I'm not afraid to do that. So we're about to do a festival, Kristen. So no, I told them, I was like, they were discussing that a artist could be fierce, so maybe they shouldn't go there. And I was like, wait a minute, you might want to reconsider who would go there. You might be surprised to find out that I might be that person that would be the one to go there. So don't worry, I got it covered. Like, I'll take care of it.
Let's let him get back to his baby, Tracy.
Yes, I saw the turnaround a couple times. So congratulations to you.
Thank
I
you,
can't
guys.
even believe you're in the hospital room right now, and your wife just had your beautiful baby. So congratulations to your wife. Tell her thank you and congratulations. And
Well, thank you, guys.
cannot wait to connect with you later. We are going to close out with Jake Slay. Everybody check it out. It's SLAY. Kristen Rochelle closes out, and I will hit us out. And I'm going to stay for the after party over here with our.
I'll stay for a little bit of the after party.
I'll stay for a little bit, y'all.
All right. Well, I will see the rest of you guys next Wednesday, I guess.
You will, most definitely. Jake, it's been great. If you have to go. I'm going to be here for the after show. Kristen said she will stay for just a little bit. Jake, on the show, we usually turn around and ask the artists, if you have someone that you think should be on the show, or we should do a feature or focus on, send us that artist. So
Will
we're
do.
always looking for independent artists. Go ahead and send that over, and we will get their music on and featured. And as long as they're registered, actually, I prefer that an independent artist actually has something registered that helps them. But even if they don't yet, and they're climbing, we love to support our artists that are in need too. So both
Sure.
ways, send it over.
Yep. I'll send some over to Kristen tonight.
Awesome.
Sounds
Thank
good.
you.
And are you getting my emails, Jake?
I don't think I was.
Yeah,
I
I
got
kind of thought
Kristen's
that,
early and that
Kristen.
was it, but
Yeah, I don't know what was happening. I'm literally sending it to the exact email address that you're giving me. Check your junk folder, maybe. It's
okay,
very
we'll do.
easy out there, everybody. It's Tracy Two Step at iCloud, or it's just Tracy Laporte at Gmail. I'm not hard to find. So Tracy Two Step, get in touch. Find those. Congratulations again to you, Jake.
Thank you.
New
Thank you.
baby. Great
I know.
music. I love it. Tell Thrash we said hi. He's over here entertaining. We're going to
Will
wrap
do.
up now. Thank
Awesome.
you.
Thank you guys.
You
Appreciate
got
y'all.
it. All right. I'm going to close up right here, Kristen, on this channel, and we are still
Okay.
live over here. So stand by.
Little bit reckless, you can't hang, you can't handle Texas heat.